Hello and welcome to the lead management process in Impel. First of all, let's understand what a lead is. A lead is a prospect or a potential opportunity. Maybe it's somebody that you've met in an elevator and has expressed an interest in your product or service. Or maybe it's a bunch of people that you've met at a trade show who've given you their business cards and have said that they may be interested in your product or service. Or maybe it's somebody that you've read about in a newspaper report or a magazine article that might be interested in something like your service or product. In any case, these are all people that are very early in the prospecting cycle, and so you wouldn't really want to enter them as leads or accounts or contacts or opportunities in your system. In Impel, there are multiple ways in which you can enter leads into the system. First of all, there's a manual way of adding an individual lead. So if you go in and click add over here, you get this form where you can enter most of the basic information that you would have in a business card. So this is one way of doing adding individual leads. Or if you had a whole list of leads, then we have something known as the upload lead, which is where you can go in and get a whole list of leads from a CSV file. So you could go in and name marketing program. Let's say maybe it's an exhibition. You can browse for your CSV file and then upload that whole file into a lead list. So you have what is known as a lead list here. So that's another way of doing things. The other way of doing it is your system administrator can go in and add either a web to lead form. That means that people that come into your website could get entered in as leads. So your system administrator would need to do this to add a web to lead configuration form where they would go in and enter the all of the information for bringing this in as a lead into from your website into the Impel CRM system. So this is another way of doing it. Similarly, you could also do an SMS to lead configuration. So in case you're running SMS campaigns, then they can again come in as leads into your CRM system from the SMS campaign. So that's another way of doing things. So you have multiple ways of bringing leads into the Impel CRM system. Regardless of which way they get in, you have multiple things that you can do with the leads. You can add activities to the lead. So if you have a phone call or a meeting with that lead to qualify them, then you can enter all the details about them and add an activity for that lead. You can assign the lead to a particular salesperson so that they can then go in and follow up with them and talk to them and then qualify the lead to make sure that they are somebody that's of interest to you. And at the end of the process, you do what is known as a conversion. So now if you click on the convert, what it does is it takes you to the first stage of your normal prospect cycle. So if I click yes on here, it gets converted to a qualified lead and gets out of the lead list. So now what has happened is that an account has been created, a contact has been created, and an opportunity has been created for what was originally just a lead in your system. So that is how you deal with leads in Impel. And you have some very, very powerful ways of dealing with leads because you can get leads in either manually, individually, through the lead list, or from your web to lead or the SMS to lead process.